Hey guys, it's the OT Dad here, and today I wanted to continue our lessons on lowercase letter formation in writing by talking about a group of letters called the same as capital letters. Now, I realize that as I do these videos, I'm doing them out of order from the way we would typically teach our kids, but I'm kind of addressing them in the order of prevalence that I see with issues with my kids. So the diver letters was one of the groups I started teaching just because that's the most prevalent. And so I'm kind of working my way backwards here. But this is the very first lesson that you're going to give kids when it comes to their lowercase letters. So we want to try to keep from teaching them alphabetically because it doesn't really build off of any skills. So the same as capital letters is simply that. They are the exact same, just smaller. So these letters are really, really easy for our little kids to pick up because they look just like the letters they were taught when they were being taught capitals. And so they just make them about half the size. And so these letters include C, O, S, V, and W. So these are our same as capital letters. And so these letters are identical. They're made the same way. They look the same way as their capital counterparts, just smaller. And so it really helps teach your students two things. One is the formation of the letters themselves, but then two is the idea that lowercase letters are typically smaller than their capital counterparts. And what I see a lot of is kids who will write, so let's say America. So they have the capital A here, and then they'll have all of their letters, right, kind of the same size because they don't understand that lowercase are smaller. So by teaching and starting with the same as capital, you're kind of instructing them to already start thinking of lowercase letters in that sense of making them smaller than the capitals. And so to kind of go back through our letters, there's C, our O, S, V, and W. It's important that you teach them using the same exact language. I forgot to get my paper towel ready here, but the exact language that we use with capitals to really drive home the fact that they are indeed the same. So C is going to be big curve around. Right, O is a magic C letter, so you start with the C, but then you keep going. S is a small curve and a small curve. V is small line down, small line up. And W is small line down, small line up, small line down, small line up. And so these are ways, I don't like my S there. These are the ways that we teach. Easy peasy, they're the easiest letter group that we teach. And these are the letters. Any educator will tell you that kids, except for the S, kids have to have the most easy time with C, O, V, and W. And this might be a different one when we get to our capital letters. There is another letter in this group that is taught that is not the same as its capital counterpart, but it's very close, and so it's often thrown in, and that is your lowercase t. So we know that lowercase t is a tall letter. Right, it goes all the way to the top. But unlike the capital T, which has a line or horizontal line here, your lowercase t has that line down here. You're just moving the line to make it lowercase. And so teaching lowercase t with this group is a good way to kind of bring that in since it is such an easy letter for them to learn. Because the lowercase t is just a plus sign. This should be a shape that they have already mastered before they ever get to the lowercase letters. So it's often thrown in there. But those are your same as capital letters. Real quick lesson today, but those are the very first letters that you want to teach your kids. The C, the O, S, V, and W. All right, that's going to do it for today, and I will see you guys next week.